Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today our topic is gram staining, and in this video we will discuss principle, procedure and the results of gram staining. What is the purpose of the gram staining? The gram staining is used to identify the pathogens and the cultures by the gram reactions. Either they are the gram positive or the gram negative. This can also be used to identify the morphology of the bacteria. And why we used? Because it is the most commonly used microbial staining procedures in the diagnostic lab and also in the research lab. So, because of these reasons, we will use the gram staining. So let's discuss one by one. First, we have the principle of the gram stain. It was given by Hans Christian Gram in 1884. It is also called as the differential stain. Why it is called as differential stain? Because it will differentiate the bacteria into two categories, either the gram positive or a gram negative. The gram positive bacteria are stained with the crystal violet but not decolorized with the acetone, and after that they appears as a purple. While the gram negative bacteria, they are decolorized with the acetone, and after that they take up the color of the counter stain, that is safranin. But the other counter stain like neutral red or the dilute carbon 15 can also be used. And the gram negative bacteria appears as a pink or a red. So here is the principle of the gram stain. Gram positive bacteria appears as a purple, while the gram negative bacteria appears as a pink or a red. In the gram staining, we will use different reagents. First, we will use crystal violet. Second, we will use iodine or the Lugol's iodine. Third, we will use acetone or ethanol as a decolorizer. And the last, we will use the counter stain, that is safranin. And the factor that makes the bacteria either the gram positive or a gram negative is basically the difference in the bacteria's cell wall structure. Now let's see the cell wall structure. Here we have the gram positive and that is gram negative. The gram positive bacteria, as we know, they have thick layer of the peptidoglycan, while the gram negative bacteria have thin layer of peptidoglycan, and they both have also the plasma membrane. The gram positive bacteria, they retain the crystal violet iodine complex in a lipid solvent, that is basically the acetone or alcohol, and they appears as purple like this. While the gram negative bacteria, that contain the outer membrane or the peptidoglycan, and they have the thin layer of the peptidoglycan, so they lose the purple dye when treated with the acetone or alcohol, and they become colorless. After that, when they stain with the safranin, that is the counter stain, they take up the color of the counter stain and they appears as pink or red. So basically that is the difference between the gram positive or the gram negative staining. The gram positive bacteria retain the color of the crystal violet and appears as purple, while the gram negative bacteria, they do not retain the color of the crystal violet but they take up the color of the counter stain and they appears as a pink or a red, and that is the difference between the gram positive or the gram negative bacteria. So here we have some steps of the gram staining. In the first step, we will flood the heat fixed smears with the crystal violet for about 1 minute, and all the bacteria are stained with the crystal violet and appears as a purple. In the second step, we will use the iodine solution for about 1 minute. That is basically the mordant, and it will fix the dye to the cell, and it will form the CVI complex, that is basically the crystal violet iodine complex, and the bacteria will retain the crystal violet iodine complex appears as a purple, and they are basically the gram positive. In the third step, we will use the decolorizer, that is basically the acetone or alcohol, and rapidly we will rinse with the water for about 20 seconds. And that is basically the step that will distinguish the gram positive or the gram negative bacteria. The gram positive bacteria appears as a purple because they retain the color of the crystal violet, while the gram-negative bacteria appears as colorless, because they will decolorize the outer membrane of the gram-negative bacteria. In the last step, we will use the counter stain, that is basically the secondary stain or the safranin, for about 2 minutes. When we will use the counter stain, the gram-positive bacteria also appears as a purple, while the gram-negative bacteria appears as pink, because the blue color will mark the red color. So the gram-positive bacteria appears as purple and the gram-negative bacteria appears as pink. So here we have some steps of the gram staining. First step, we will use the crystal violet. Second step, we will use the iodine. Third step, we will use the acetone or alcohol. And in the last step, we will use the safranin, that is counter stain. So here we have steps of the gram staining. And if you are struggling to remember the staining reagents used in this procedure and their order, so you can easily remember the sentence. That is basically the come in and stain 112. Come for crystal violet, in for iodine, and for alcohol, and the stain for the safranin. And 112, that is basically the timing. For crystal violet, about 1 minute. For iodine, that is also 1 minute. And for safranin, we will give 2 minutes. So at the end, when you observe your slide in a microscope, you will see the gram-positive bacteria appears as purple, while the gram-negative bacteria appears as pink or red. And here we have some examples of gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. Gram-positive bacteria are Staphylococcus, Streptococcus, Clostridium, Corynebacterium, and Actinomycetes. And by this mnemonic, you can easily remember some examples of gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria, that is CSS or CA. C for Clostridium, S for Streptococcus, another S for Staphylococcus, C Corynebacterium, A Actinomycetes. And the examples of gram-negative bacteria are Salmonella, Shigella, Haemophilus, Neisseria, Klebsiella. And for this mnemonic is Shunk. S for Salmonella and Shigella, H for Haemophilus, N for Neisseria, and K for Klebsiella. So here is all about the gram staining. And in this video, we have discussed the principle, we have discussed the procedure and the results of the gram staining, and some examples of gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. In the microbiology, we have some another bacteria that are not stained with the gram staining. And for all these bacteria, we will use the another alternative method for the staining. In future lectures, we will discuss. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe and share our channel. Thank you and take care.